Our theory so far that sentences are the things that are true and false, and they are true or false, or the truth value is determined by whether they correctly describe the world, is a pretty good approximation of a correct principle. However, there is a minor difficulty with it, and it's going to have to do with, we're going to make a distinction between sentences and propositions, which I'll explain in a second, to try to explain and refine the theory and get it right. But let's consider an example that's going to show you the difficulty we would have. We have two people, feeder and walker. Let's say they live together in an apartment and they own a dog. Well, feeder and walker have an agreement. If one of them feeds the dog in the morning, the other one walks the dog. Well, let's say today's a rainy day. It's a rainy day, and neither of them wants to walk the dog. And let's say feeder says, I fed the dog, so you, walker, should walk the dog. Walker replies, no, you're wrong. I fed the dog. Now, in this example, we also want to assume that there's only one portion of food available, so it couldn't be that both of them fed the dog. That is, there is only one of them that fed the dog. Now, ask yourself the following question about this example. Is sentence 11 true? Sentence 11 says, I fed the dog. Well, that poses a little bit of a difficulty, right? You're almost saying, which sentence? The one feeder said, or the one walker said? But wait a second. They both said the same sentence. I fed the dog. Right? So, does I fed the dog correctly describe the world? Well, yes, the sentence uttered by feeder correctly describes the world, but no, the sentence uttered by walker does not correctly describe the world. So it looks like we have a problem with our theory of truth at this point. Maybe it's with our theory of a truth, and maybe it's with what we think are true. Notice each of the two of them, feeder and walker, used the same sentence, I fed the dog, but they said different things. They expressed what I'm going to call different propositions, and here is going to be a refinement of what we've said so far, and it's going to salvage our correspondence theory, everything we've said about the correspondence theory of truth, except it seems that we're going to have to move away from the position that sentences are the things that are true or false, but we're going to have to start talking about propositions being true and false. And let's take a quick look at propositions and how this is going to solve the problem that we've encountered.